Welcome to the MetsFan884 podcast, folks. It's Friday. Another week is over. 4th of July weekend is here. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there celebrating it. Week of wrestling is done. What a week it's been. Raw, NXT, first night of NXT's Great American Bash, first night of Fight Fest, and SmackDown just completed. On Raw, we had a huge main event. Sasha teamed up with Dolph Ziggler to face Drew McIntyre and Asuka. Sasha pinned Asuka, of course. Sasha and Asuka will meet at Extreme Rules for the Raw Women's Championship. A lot of other stuff happened on Raw that really couldn't keep up with because the rest of the show was kind of, I don't think I actually paid attention to anything that happened on Raw, especially the main event, because I had it on mute and almost fell asleep. They really need to stop letting Sasha and Bayley do commentary. It's like gets irritating. Wednesday was Fight Fest. I really barely paid attention to anything that happened on Fight Fest. I know most of the matches featuring members of the Inner Circle. Inner Circle lost. Fight Fest Night 2 will be this Wednesday, and it's been announced that they have moved the scheduled match between Jon Moxley and between Jon Moxley and Brian Cage to another night. So this week will be a huge night. And also, it's been announced it's gonna happen. Asuka will go one-on-one with Bayley this coming Monday night on Raw. And then next week on SmackDown, Sasha and Bayley will defend the WWE Women's Tag Team titles against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Also tonight on SmackDown, once again, the original bro Matt Riddle scored a huge victory. AJ Styles successfully retained the Intercontinental title against Drew Gulak. Sheamus and Cesaro and Nakamura got a little edge up on the New Day when Cesaro pinned Kofi Kingston. Those two teams will meet next week for the SmackDown SmackDown Tag Team Championship. And they will take a look back next week at Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman again, as we get ready for that huge match at Horror Show Extreme Rules. Now, this is something that's been on Twitter. I've been going back and forth with this all day on Twitter. Sasha and Bayley. I know they're women's tag team champions right now, and I know everybody's liking it, but have we forgotten what the big picture is here? The big picture is that we want an actual match between Sasha and Bayley. I know everybody's saying, they're hot as a tag team right now, but yeah. We've been waiting for this for 3 years, and to wait any longer would be just ridiculous. You got people saying wait until WrestleMania because there'll be a crowd. With coronavirus the way it is right now, we don't even know if there's going to be a crowd at WrestleMania. I know it's not going to be in California. California's cases keep going up. It's probably going to be right where it is now, Performance Center. And it's probably the only crowd you're going to see there is going to be the trainees. the up-and-coming stars in WWE. Sorry about the noise in the background. They're shooting off the fucking illegal fireworks again. Now, this week, I don't know what they're doing right now on Raw with Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. I don't know if they're putting them back together or what, but all I know is there's some weird crap going on right now on Raw that's basically not really keeping my interest. I found old episodes of Raw more entertaining than Raw this past Monday night. But like I said, I know wrestling fans. I've been watching wrestling for my entire life. Wrestling fans say, oh, let's do this. Then when they do this, they get it and they complain. There's not a wrestling fan I know. And don't lie to yourselves if you're on Twitter and you see this podcast. Don't lie to yourself saying you would wait until WrestleMania for Sasha versus Bayley, because you know you wouldn't. We've been waiting 3 years already. And at this point, after 3 damn years, I'm quite sure that the people who were waiting for it don't want to wait anymore. I said it earlier on Twitter and I say it again. Either do it or just forget it. This should have happened 3 years ago. But they went with some sideways ass Dr. Shelby shit that basically sucked all the fun out of the whole thing. We had the good edge going on and they killed it. Now, we really don't need to wait any longer for this to happen. If you gotta have them wrestle 3 times total at Extreme Rules, have Sasha lose, Bayley win, and then them lose the tag team titles, by all means, do it. Go with it. Go with it. Because I think this whole thing with Bayley and Sasha putting each other in matches against the other one's will is kind of leading up to it anyway. So, like, just follow through. Which I know these days is, for WWE, is like pulling teeth with pliers, asking them to follow through on something. We all know they never follow through on anything. Also tonight, we had to end the show, probably one of the most disturbing things I ever saw, that basically, okay, let's just basically said, I basically, in my mind, ripped up my Sheamus fan club card. A toast to Jeff Hardy, where once again, WWE is doing the thing they shouldn't be doing and making fun of someone's past to get a storyline off the ground. This time it's Jeff Hardy's past as a alcoholic. We all know about Jeff Hardy's past addictions, and WWE is apparently seeing that as a good way to make a joke of, to make a storyline. Tonight we had Jeff beat up, well, apparently Sheamus' bartender. Well, Sheamus sat at home, I think it was his home, and just drank and laughed and made shitty jokes all night. We had another passionate speech tonight from Nikki Cross, as Nikki Cross prepares for her SmackDown Women's Championship match against Bayley at Extreme Rules Horror Show. Most of the matches tonight, to tell you the truth, ran kind of long. So it was like some matches ran 2 segments, some matches ran 3, and by the time you were actually ready for more, there was no time for more. That's what WWE's been doing with limited superstars they've been using as of late. And same thing's gone for Raw most of the time, because it's a limited roster right now. So it's like, with the COVID-19 thing going on, you really don't want a whole roster of superstars down there. So it's basically a limited roster of who they need to use there right now, instead of everybody there. Now next week, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown will all produce huge shows, gigantic shows. Raw, like I said, is we got Asuka versus Bayley, champion versus champion. NXT, we have Night 2 of the Great American Bash, which features Keith Lee versus Adam Cole. I will give you my preview and my predictions of both Fight Fest and Great American Bash Night 2 on Tuesday. That's why I'm doing a podcast on Tuesday, not Wednesday. And next week on SmackDown, the SmackDown Live tag team titles and the women's tag team titles are both going to be defended by Sasha and Bayley and the New Day. So basically, huge week ahead of us. No pay-per-views until July 19th at Extreme Rules Horror Show. Oh yeah, this is where I give y'all something to do in case you don't like this podcast. And I know because it's going to be a short one, y'all not going to like it. Below this video or on my Facebook or Twitter. Facebook is on my Instagram or Twitter. Instagram and Twitter are both MetsFan884. Let me know your favorite Extreme Rules match and stipulation. I know there's a lot of them out there. But I think from what we saw anything tonight, I think the New Day, Cesaro and Nakamura match at Extreme Rules. Yeah, it's going to happen at Extreme Rules. I have a feeling that next week is going to be like some kind of wild, crazy disqualification, and then it's going to happen at Extreme Rules. But I have a feeling that if they do it at Extreme Rules, it's going to be a tables match, which would be kind of cool. I would like to know your favorite Extreme Rules match. It can be a Hell in a Cell, tables match, whatever. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at MetsFan884 with that. And I also like to know, and I asked this question on Twitter earlier, and didn't really get much of a response from it. Which one would you rather WWE do with Sasha versus Bayley? Give it to us now or wait till WrestleMania? Because I said it on Twitter. We don't know if there's going to be a crowd at WrestleMania. It most likely WrestleMania is going to be at the Performance Center, and the only crowd you're going to get is the trainees in the Performance Center. And what's the difference to whether it's a crowd or not? Sasha versus Bayley should be good enough where they don't need a crowd. And all the crowd's going to do is basically try to hijack the moment. You want the moment, you want the entire attention of the event to be on Sasha and Bayley. You don't want it to be on 15, 16,000 people chanting some other stupid crap. You really don't need a crowd for a match of this magnitude. All you need is them, the moment, and bam, you got an instant classic. A crowd is not needed. So I would like to know what y'all think about Sasha versus Bayley. If y'all want to see it at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam, you can answer that underneath this video. Hopefully next week it won't be as hot as it is now. I'll have a lot more energy to do a longer podcast. Oh yeah, if you haven't checked out this week's edition of Bear With Us with Carmella and Corey Graves, do it. It's on Spotify or iTunes. If you haven't checked out this week's episode of American Brains and Brawn with Lacey Evans, it's on her Limitless Lady YouTube account, or you can watch it every Wednesday night on Periscope at 7 Eastern. If you want to subscribe to this channel, and I hope you do, go below this video on YouTube to my account, Legit Boss 10384. Click the subscribe button, that bell, that way you know when I'm doing podcast. Follow me on Twitter at MetsFan884. Follow me on Instagram at MetsFan884. And stay cool, people, because it's hot as hell right now. You can see me sweating. I was wearing my Lacey Evans shirt earlier and I had to take it off. So enjoy your 4th of July. Don't eat too much hot dogs and hamburgers. If you're going to drink responsibly. Do not drive. Stay safe. Because you know this COVID thing out there is going on. Wear your mask, because there's a lot of people not wearing masks, and that's why the numbers are going up. You wear your mask, the numbers go down. Don't wear your mask, the numbers go up. We want this thing out of here, don't we? Oh yeah, and baseball's coming back, so you damn sure know y'all want to be able to go to games again. Oh yeah, and I want your opinion on this because it's been going on. It's been reported on Twitter, and I want your opinion on this. Do you think Vince McMahon should bring back live events? Because there's been reports going around that he's thinking about bringing back live shows. I don't know what you're going to think about it, but yeah. Should Vince McMahon bring back live events? I say no, but I don't know what you're going to say. You can let me know underneath this video or on Instagram or Facebook. And let me know what you think. Should we bring back live shows? Or should we not? Anyway, I'll see y'all on Tuesday when I preview Fight Fest and Great American Bash.